Hello, I'm Jansen Crane. I'm a candidate for Alderman Ward 1, and I would like to take a few minutes to submit to you that now is the time to reconsider and repeal the mask mandate. Yesterday, the CDC issued new guidance stating that fully vaccinated individuals, which now account for nearly a quarter of the population, can meet freely inside without masks and without social distancing. Just this past week, 5 states have either ended their mandates or have promised to end them within the month. These states joined the 11 other states, including Missouri, that never had a statewide mandate. Yesterday, Governor Parson praised the fact that many local jurisdictions within Missouri are dropping their mandates as well. He stated that positive cases in Missouri have dropped to only 4.2%, and that we are second in the nation for lowest new COVID cases over the last week. This is happening right here when we are on the brink of spring break and hundreds of thousands of vacationers are deciding to go spend their time and money in these other free areas instead of Branson. Nobody will argue the fact that our economy has suffered greatly because of this pandemic. But we have the opportunity to start the 2021 season with a booming economy. If the mask mandate is lifted, I guarantee that people will flock to Branson and our businesses will boom. This is because, contrary to a recent comment by Alderman C., most Americans really do want freedom. Alderman C. said that what people really want is to give up a little bit of freedom in order to have safety. I challenge you, Mr. C., to make that same comment to a veteran or to someone that has lost family members overseas. These are people that have sacrificed all safety and all security to fight for the freedom that you are so willing to give up in the name of safety. To anyone that truly does want to give up freedom for safety, let me give you a quick history lesson. The year was 1933. The minority party in the German parliament was in the middle of a brutal election cycle where they were desperately trying to win the majority. With a few weeks left in this election, the German Reichstag, which is their Capitol building, was suddenly raided and burned to the ground. The Nazi Party blamed this horrendous act on a group of extremists from the opposing party. They began to spread propaganda that the country was filled with these radical domestic terrorists, resulting in widespread fear and panic among the Germans. The Nazis convinced the people that if they were elected, they would keep everyone safe by eliminating this terrorist threat. Their tactic worked. The Nazis overwhelmingly won in an election that saw record voter turnout, resulting in their taking of the majority of the government. The newly elected leader, Adolf Hitler, kept his promise by convincing the people to back a bill that would give Hitler the power to unilaterally round up all these threats to the German people and throw them into concentration camps. This ultimately led to one of the most horrendous tragedies in history, of course, the Holocaust. The people of Germany were ultimately convinced it was best to sacrifice a portion of their freedom, the right to trial by jury, among others, for the sake of safety. Now, I'm not equating the mask mandate with the Holocaust by any means. What I'm saying is that the mindset we are getting into is very dangerous. If we are willing to sacrifice freedom, no matter how small or temporary it may be, for safety or security, what are we going to be willing to give up next? Will we be willing to sacrifice our freedom to bear arms because the government says it's for our safety? Will we start giving up our freedom of speech because of the fear that we might offend somebody? Will we give up the freedom of religion for that same reason? Will we eventually allow the government to silence those that oppose them? It is a dangerous path we are treading. The people of Branson are determined to regain our freedom and values on April 6th, but there is no reason that we should have to wait that long for things to start changing. I urge you, repeal this mask mandate now and restore Branson to the haven of freedom and patriotism that we have always been known for. Thank you.